Hi guys, in this video I'm gonna be ranking the Valorant agents from worst to best, S tier to D tier. I'm gonna be rating these agents on um three things basically. How how effective their abilities, like how much value you get out of each ability they have. Then also I'm gonna be rating on which maps they're viable on, and if they're viable on all maps, they're probably gonna be A or S tier. And finally, if they're good in the pro meta, like if the pros are picking these characters. Okay, we can get started. So we're gonna start with Brimstone. Brimstone, after the stim buff and the smoke speed buff and the smoke range, he's far more versatile, especially with stim beacon speed boost. It's really like the game's really becoming a rush meta because they're moving the slow game of Astra. So I would say Brimstone is 18 right now because he's like really good on maps like Fracture, and if pros learn Fracture and play Brimstone on Fracture, they're gonna have huge success with him. First of all, there's many angles in Fracture, like you're pushing B side through not through tower, but where you spawn. You can smoke one tower, one like back aside molly, and it's just really easy to push, especially some players are playing Neon on this map, so you can stim and get a Neon to run in there with you, and she can wall too, so it's huge. Now Breach is seeing a lot more play on many maps, especially Splits and Fracture. Well, Fracture he's like 100% pick rate. I think it's like 98%, and he's so good on this map because his abilities get way more value. His flashes get more value. His aftershocks, and especially his concussion, and also lots of killjoys get really annoyed because the aftershock is really good with dealing with killjoy's ulti on this map. So yeah, it's really good. And I would say he's a B tier agent, not because he's bad. He's good, but he's only good on certain maps. So because KO is chewing up a lot of the pick rate for the initiators, and Silva too, obviously. So that's why KO, and that's why Breach is in the B tier. Okay, Cipher is seeing lots of pro play. It looks like the meta is revolving around the map Fraction now or something, because all of these like really underrated characters, like Cipher, Breach, Brimstone, and even like someone like Neon are seeing play on Fracture mainly on Fraction than other maps. So I would say Cipher is probably still seated because Chamber is just too good. He has a better trip than Cipher, which is his trademark, and he can just change how the game is played because he has a free guardian. Well, not a free guardian, an $100 guardian. So yeah, it's kind of annoying for Cipher. But on Fracture, he would probably be an A tier character because his cam gets way more value. And this is and I'm saying this as someone that plays Cipher on Fracture. So yeah. Okay, Jets. This is probably gonna be our first S tier character because first of all, the ability to play an off angle without having like a little risk. If you have a quite slow reaction time, then there's but if you have a good reaction time, there's basically no risk with playing an off angle. And off angles normally get you kills. Well, they basically do, especially in the high ranks where people are aiming have good crosshair placement, so they're aiming in normal spots, not off angles. So that's why Jet can she has a get out of jail free card with her dash, and her updraft also helps her play off angles. And her updraft also helps her up when she's probably the second or the first. She's either the best or the second best Opal. Chamber's up there too. So yeah. And then now we have to talk about her smokes. Her smokes are so good because they can be used so quickly and so effectively, especially someone that plays Jett a lot. They can make insta one ways, easy sight executes, smoke and dash. It's so easy. Her smokes as just a space making a piece of util, and that's why it's so good. And finally, her ult is just like, if you're like anyone above flats, you should know how to use Jett ult because it's so huge. It can change the course of the game with how she uses her knives as a gun. Okay, now Omen. Omen has seen TP speed buffs and I think some smoke speed buffs. And something else, I don't know, but he's seen some buffs. I don't know, but in my opinion, Omen is better. Tell you why. In my opinion, Brimstone is better. Not that Omen is way worse than Brimstone, just he has 2 smokes, yeah. And the thing is that they're rechargeable. If they weren't rechargeable, he would be here or here. But they're rechargeable, so he's probably here, better. Yeah. Okay, Phoenix. Phoenix is sadly D2. There was I think it was Paper X that was playing him in a game on Ascents. The thing is, he can see some, and they were like, Phoenix is good. Yeah, he looked really good. But if you have any agent can look so good when you have a setup like if Silva Recon, top of Cat, I don't know, Astra like sucked and concussed, and I think like they had a KO that flipping flashed over the wall with him. Any agent can look good with a set amount, with an amount of coordination. But because his flashes are too easy to turn. His molly and wall don't heal him through enough. That the wall can easily flash through by a KO Sky or just like being recon through, getting wallbang, getting spread through the smoke by Silva. It's not good, and his ultimate is really the only good ability he has. He can gather information with his ultimate. He can get kills with his ultimate. He can also use the ultimate to fake a sight and to pick up the bomb. So his ultimate's quite good. Other than that, nothing's really good. Raze is going to be a controversial one because some people might say he's an A tier and some people might say it's a B tier. But in my opinion, Raze is A tier, not S tier. S tier, no, that's crazy. S tier. No, but A tier, yes. She sees a ton of play on Fracture, a ton of play on Sweat, a ton of play on Bind, obviously. And then she sees some scatter play on, some play on Icebox. I don't, like, very little play on Splits. No, not Split, very little play on Breeze. And on Ascent, more play, she's also sees some play. And I think I missed the map, but who cares? Oh yeah, Haven. Yeah, she's also quite good on Haven. And the thing is that she has a boom ball that can act like a drone. It's a drone that does damage, okay? It's a drone that does damage. And the boom ball can save your life. There's someone holding with a judge. You boom ball. Haha, now that you know where they are and they're dead. She has a nade. She can also nade after she find with the boom ball. She has satchels to create space. Satchels to peek off them. She has an ultimate to clear space. She's kind of like an initiator in a duels because initiators are also meant to be helping them push onto the site and helping them create space. And that's basically Raze. Satchels to create space, nades so people can't peek angles, so you can clear angles, a boom bot to push onto the site. She's really, really good. Just she's not that good on some maps. That's why I'm not gonna put her in S tier. And her ultimate is 8 points. So yeah. And most teams, her ultimate is also, but yes, I know you can like ultimate noise cancel if you tap the bomb. But still, it's not that good. Her ultimate is good. I mean, I don't know why I said it's not that good. It's just 8 points. That's just what you have to think about. Sage. Sage is a control. Some people might say it's A or beta for Sage, like as Raze, but I think she's beta because she has a wall, she has her slows, she has her heals, she has her res. Her wall can stall or push single-handedly. Her wall and her slows. She has a heal that is very good for chip damage, like someone takes 30 damage heal, something like that. And the heal is rechargeable. Just it takes a little bit too much time for her heal. Her slows have a very small radius, and any good players, like say it's 3 people walking up mid on split, they will just march down mid, breaking down the wall instantly. Like I think it was Paper X or another team that was just like fully rushing onto side, like a right satcheling of the wall. So she's good on some maps. Like on Icebox, she's basically a must pick because you can't plant the bomb on B side basically, and it's just really good to hold tube. Also on A side, you kind of need a Sage on A side sometimes on Icebox because A side's really easy to push on an Icebox. So yeah. Okay, Silva, everyone knows what Silva is done. Sorry, Silva is 100% not there here. It's the ability to gather information that makes him so good. He can gather information in a way that no other agent can. Maybe not including KO. No, maybe not including Sky. But because he has a drone that's like a boombot, but lasts more time, and you can see through the boombot. So it's a moving cycle time, yes. It literally is, because you can also tag people. So that lets you push onto the side, basically having no worries that someone's holding with a shotgun or something like that. So basically that's saving someone's life if someone's holding with a shotgun. Then it can scout for killjoy traps and cipher traps. It can also mark people so you can get easy wallbang kills and stuff like that. And he can follow up the recon and the drone by shock darting and ulting them. So if you don't think that agent is good, then what about this? He can also has 2 abilities that he can use for post spawn, so they can never flipping plant the bomb. Okay? No, defuse the bomb, or plant the bomb too. So yes. Now, Viper. No, anyone that thinks Viper's now gonna be down over here or here, no. She's probably still A tier, because she still sees so much by fracture. So much, well, basically, everyone is playing her on Icebox. Everyone's playing her on, well, a lot of people are playing her on Split. And it's just that was so good. 30 decay the second you touch it. And if you get that ult down onto the side, oh, it's beautiful. Especially if you have like 3 teammates to help you hold the side with that ulti. And also, finally, if you get off the side, your lineups are basically gonna like win you the round. That's basically what I have to say about Viper. She's still A tier. Maybe there could be an argument that she's B tier, but I'm just gonna say she's A tier. Tell me in the comments because I'm also not sure about that one. Reina, okay, Reina. This is gonna be a controversial one. Some of you are gonna be like, yeah, she's A tier. So she was like, no, she's D tier. Well, in my opinion, she's C tier. No, I'm joking. She's here. She's probably Phoenix is probably better than her. For one reason, Phoenix's abilities you don't need kills to get, so yeah. And the thing is when, for example, you're playing an off angle, and you get that kill, boom, you can get away with a dismiss. But what if you don't get that kill? You're basically dead. You know what I mean? And that's the thing with Jett, it's guaranteed that you can, even if you miss some shots, you can basically still get information and get out. Right now, and then her heal, especially in real play, there's smokes all around and there's like flashes. So her heal, if you heal through a smoke, you're basically dead. Well, unless people don't know that it gives away your location basically. And her flash gives away your location on the minimap. Yes, you can use like to fake that you're pushing B and go A or something. But her flashes are short. You get well, they're not really flashes, they're blinds, and they're too expensive. The only basically really what pros The thing that pros think that Reina's so good on is that she can use a frenzy with the she can use a frenzy, and if she gets a kill and heals on the pistol round with a frenzy, she's basically unstoppable because no one can one-shot her. Killjoy. Killjoy. This is a very controversial one because some people say it's A tier because she has a really good setup. B, and I think it's B tier to be honest. Probably like you can move Omen up here, and this he's like over here, bridge, because he does Killjoy can hold a side, yeah. She can hold a side really well. She has probably the most powerful or the second most powerful ultimate, not including Sage. Or like some people say it's more powerful than Sage's ult. But Chamber and KO are really making Killjoy bad because KO disables her abilities, and if you get a Killjoy detained, you're basically gonna know there's probably only gonna be one more person or 0 people on the site other than Killjoy. And one Killjoy, that's 4 or 5 players pushing the site, is not gonna win. So if you get detected by that KO knife, if you're playing Killjoy, they're gonna get the site. Basically, that's what I'm saying. And then attack, she's just not good in attack. Yep, flipping like I don't know. She can use her turret, and that's about it on attack, and her ulti, turret and ulti. Then nothing else is really good. Yes, you can do post-pawn lineups, but pros are even like saying, and this is what pros also think this too. Some pros buy deagles with Killjoy and pistol round when they're on attack because they think her turret's the only good ability she has on attack. Sky is getting a little this like her picker is getting stolen by KO. But Sky is probably still a beta character. Probably over here. Beta? I don't know. It's here. Beta character. Because she has that ability to gather information like Silva. Not as good as Silva. But 3 of her 4 abilities can gather information. Her flash, her dog, and her ulti gather information. Problem is her ulti is too slow. And with her sometimes I have a brain fart. With her flashes and her dog, they're a little too expensive, so sometimes you can't sometimes like buy what you fully want on pistol rounds. They're like $50 off. And KO just has a better flash than Sky. It's just like that. Sky just has a better flash. And her heal, she does have the best heal in the game. And her dog is just like another Boomball or Silver John. So yeah, she's beta. Some people might think she's A tier, but beta, in my opinion. Okay, Yoru, I'm sorry, he's probably better than these 2 under him. Because there's like a couple teams playing him on Bind, and they actually have some success with him. He has that ability to give false information, and if that is successful, oh, that's gonna be a beautiful round for you. That's basically what I have to say. His decoy is good if you're using it correctly. Flash is also. Basically, if you're using his abilities correctly, you're gonna get value. Astra. Cite. Astra. It's Cite because if I call you Jose, no, I'm joking. She's Cite because she has now 4 stars. There's like a way longer wind-up time until you can use her abilities. They take way longer to pull back, to recall, and her smokes and her abilities don't stun like under stuff. So some people would like do these insane like retake strategies that they would like stun like heaven on Ascent A site, and it would also clear hell for them. So it was really huge. And finally, I don't think you can. Actually, I don't know. Maybe they patched this a while ago, but you used to be able to see the bomb when you're in her astral form if they were sticking or they were faking. So yeah. Now let's talk about KO. KO, 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 KO. Oh no, what did I do? No. Whatever, I'm sure. Okay. Okay. KO is 80th. Has the best flash in the game. The flash literally makes no noise. It's impossible to turn on. Well, if you do it good, it's possible to turn on. He has an insane knife that can gather information through walls, and if you detain a killjoy or like a Cipher, you're basically getting the Cipher free. He has a molly that does huge damage. Most people think doesn't do that much damage, but it does huge damage. And he has an ultimate that's like a Phoenix ult, but you get entertained, okay? But, so, yeah, he's 80. And the reason I'm not putting him in S tier is that, first of all, some pros are still not playing, which is just, I don't understand why. And secondly, on some maps, his flashes and knives don't get as much value as they do as Silva recalls and stuff like that. Oh, I skipped Neon. Neon is probably C tier. She's probably like, okay, Astra's probably like up here. No, wait, why is it here? Wait, sorry. I totally like this. Neon is here. I don't know. I don't know, just like something. You're Neon tied. Her wall is her only good ability in my opinion. She has her ulti, but in pro play, they're gonna tap your head off the second they see you. The second they see a moving thing, they're gonna tap that head. Her stuns don't get a lot of value, and her sprint is good for fake rotates and quick rotation, and that's about it. She's not good in pro play because pros are coordinated. She's not a coordinated character. She's one of those flipping ranked players that have a judge and run around all game. Chamber's probably 80. He's probably like up here. He's like all the 80 characters in my opinion are probably tied except maybe Reyes and maybe Viper. Brimstone, KO, and Chamber are probably like one of the best in their category. Chamber's good because he has a better trip than Cipher. He has a $800 Deagle. He has a free operator, and it's quicker and it slows people. And he has. Wait, I'm forgetting what his last ability is. His rendezvous. It's a jet, but better because you can use the rendezvous to get up on top of boxes and stuff. You can fake TP with the rendezvous. You can play off angles. You can rotate quickly. Slow cooldown time. And yeah, basically, that's basically what I have to say. Tell me if you agree with my tier list or not. Thank you. Bye.